Rate 1 to 10, gaano mo kamiss ang showbiz? Kakute di mo magbisaya, may pagkasyala ang accent. More days of my life, please. Hi Val, kung pwede, can you talk about your sex life? Nakapagtapos po ba kayo ng school sa Davao? Paano niyo po nalabanan ang iyong depression? Or minsan nararamdaman niyo po ba ulit ang depression? That's when I first started feeling so low. Nung nagkaroon na ng COVID, dun ko na nasabi na tanggap ko na depression pala ito. Hey guys, this is Banks Garcia. Welcome back to my channel. Hi everyone! Ayan, I'm back again. It feels good to be back. I don't know kung bakit every time I want to get back into vlogging again, there are always obstacles thrown at me. So, I've just tested positive for coronavirus for the second time. Kaya hindi ako makapag-vlog. And for the second time around, I think I've had it worse. Kasi I think it's because I had my period at the same time. So, it didn't help. So, my immune system was like extremely weak. Kasi ako kapag nagka-period ako, one of the symptoms that I get, like my PMS, is like period flu. So I get a bit feverish, nagkaroon ako ng konting chills, and parang ako sinisipon, ganyan. Mixed with COVID, mas grabe talaga yung naging pakiramdam ko. And also, the first time that I felt the symptoms was like on a Friday, and then the next day, I had to go out with my friends kasi it's the celebration of the birthdays of my two best friends in London. So, late night, syempre, pag puyat ka, mababa rin ang immune system mo lalo, diba? Tapos, alcohol pa. Syempre, uminom kami. Friday night, I've already felt something different, and then I had a sore throat, and then Saturday was a celebration. Sunday, I thought it was just like a hangover thing, but it wasn't too bad. And then on the Monday, I was really feeling fatigued na. And then a Monday evening, I had a little bit of the chills. And then Tuesday, we still went out. We still went to IKEA. We still went to a shopping center. It was on a Valentine's Day. And then we had dinner together as a family. But I felt like really bad and weak. I started telling my husband that I might have to call the doctors the next day. And then true enough, I just felt like it's something different. It's similar to what I've experienced before. So I checked myself first. And then true enough, I was positive. So that was a Wednesday. And then I was having like really high temperature, 40 degrees. I was having that temperature for probably 3 days straight. Bababa lang ng konti, 39, 38, and then babalik na naman ng 40. The worst thing about those days, it was during the spring break ng mga kids. Wala sila sa school. Thankfully, my husband is self-employed and he could actually be off from work anytime he wants, as long as he talks to his partner. He came home early on Wednesday night. He was off basically the whole week just to help me out. Pero ako pa rin nagpapakain kay Isabella kasi Isabella wouldn't take any food from her dad. Ako lang yung nakakapakain sa kanya. So kahit na nanginginig ako, pinapakain ko pa rin siya, tapos higa na ako sa sofa. Tapos napakainin ko na naman siya. So it was really, really horrible. It was so difficult. But yeah, I'm glad that my husband was there to help me. Yung in-laws ko kasi nasa holiday. So, walang makakatulong ibang tao sa amin. So, I'm just glad that I'm over it now. I'm negative now. Ito na lang, konting ubo at sipon. And I'm really hoping na hindi rin talaga nakuha ng mga kids ko. So far, I think I've been so good at avoiding them kasi hindi naman ako nag-isolate talaga because we can't do that. Ang ginawa ko is I was wearing a mask every day here at home. And then whenever I'm not wearing the mask and every time I needed to sneeze or cough, I always had to do it on my sleeve like that. At the end of the day, I always have to wash my clothes right away. I was always putting alcohol, tissue rolls in my robe, in the pockets of my robe. Tapos every time I use tissue roll, all of them would go in the same plastic bag and then go straight in the bin. So, ganun ako. Sobrang cautious talaga ako. I took loads of vitamin C's. Paracetamol talaga is my savior. Kasi kung walang paracetamol, baka bedridden ako. And loads of water. I think I had it shorter this time kasi I know how to handle it better now. So before, I had it for like 14 or 15 days. And then this time, 8 or 9 days lang. It was a success. Manuka honey as well. It could help you. Anyway, for today's episode, since I've promised you that I am going to answer some of your questions that you have asked me in my first ever vlog for 2023. So I'm gonna read some of the questions that I have seen on the comment section of my YouTube channel. I think there are some people who have sent me questions on Instagram Instagram as well. I don't really read the messages on Instagram that much. Huhukayin ko. Try ko hanapin yung iba. Pero for now, ito na muna ipaprioritize ko. I'm gonna try my best to give a shout out to each one of you who have asked me questions in every vlog. Hindi ko naman kailangan basahin lahat to in just one vlog. So, iisa-isahin ko. By the way, as I was browsing the comments, nakita ko maraming nag-comment about my hair. A lot of you really said that you like my hair this time better than before. And that really means so much to me. Thank you so much. I'm really flattered kasi this was something that I didn't expect to be a successful thing to do for me kasi talagang takot akong itry na i-cut ang sarili kong hair. But then, seeing the outcome, it made me feel so good. I was so truly satisfied. Parang it gives me the same satisfaction whenever I finish a painting. Baka pwede ako magtayo ng sarili ko palang salon. In the future, why not? Let me begin with the first question. This is from Eminem. So I don't know, she didn't put her real name, but this is from Eminem. Hi Miss Val, I like this video. By the way, tanong ko lang, rate 1 to 10, gaano mo ka-miss ang showbiz? Anyway, pinapanood ko yung old teleserye na nandun ka. Like Christine series, wow. Good luck sa driver's license exam. Sana makuha mo na talaga. Ayan. Thank you so much for your message. So, Eminem, M, should I call you M? To be honest, siguro 7 out of 10. Kasi I know that it is a bit impossible for me to get right back to it now. Mainly because of my kids. Kasi they're still young. They are my priority. I know time will come that I could come back to acting. And maybe, who knows, maybe I could continue acting here in the UK. Actually, that's what my husband would like me to do. Gusto niya itry ko yung acting dito. I haven't done any auditions yet. I would definitely let you guys know if I am about to try an audition. But yeah, I do miss it. I do miss it so much. If given a chance, maybe kapag nagbakasyon kami ng matagal sa Philippines, baka pwede akong tumanggap ng mga short acting gigs, like mga guestings, ganun. Kasi so far, nagawa ko pa lang is like TV guesting, interviews, but not acting. I haven't done it since 2017. Ganun na katagal. And na-mention mo na pinapanood mo yung Christine series before. Maraming salamat. That was really fun. Siguro pag nag-acting ako ulit sa Philippines, I really would like to go back into comedy. Kasi dun ako nagsimula eh. Let's Go was a sitcom. It's a youth-oriented sitcom. And I really enjoyed it. It reminded me of Friends. Something really just lighthearted. To be honest, I would really love to do action. That would really take a lot of time. So that is something that I would really have to think about a lot. Because it's something that I have to be committed to. I know how action works. I've done palos in 2008. So that was full commitment. And iba na ngayon, I'm a mom now. I have 2 kids. I'm more committed to my family. Maybe action could like be done in the future when they're like really older na. Siguro teenagers na yung kids ko. I hope I don't look that old yet. Kaya pa yan. Kung kaya ni JLo, kaya ko din yan. Kaya natin yan. Raquel Trinidad. Hi, good day Miss Valerie. Hanggang ngayon, hindi pa rin ako makaget over na nag-DM kayo sa akin nung nag-comment ako about sa wheelchair na gusto ko hilingin sa inyo. Okay lang po kahit na hindi na kayo nag-respond sa last DM ko. Yung manotice nyo lang ako, sobra malaking bagay na sa akin. Lagi po kayo mag-iingat. OMG Raquel! I've forgotten kung sino yung na-message ko sa Instagram. I'm glad na nag-message ka sa YouTube ko. I've never seen your response to my message. So, akala ko ikaw yung hindi nag-reply. So, ngayon, Raquel Trinidad, I'm gonna just wait for my message. I'm gonna get back to you. I really am serious about wanting to help you about your wheelchair. So, maraming salamat sa message mo. Alisa Alim. Kakute di mo magbisaya, may pagkasyala ang accent. Ganun ba? Kabalo ko magbisaya, pero dili ko kayo hawd. Makasulti ko, gamay lang. Dili na ako makaremember kaayo sa ibang words. Pero I'm so sure, kapag magbisaya ay mas masabtan lagi kita. Tama ba yun? Meron pa nagsabi na, si Lou, more days of my life, please. Days of my life, it is a bit hard ngayon. Dati kasi nung baby pa si Isabella, mas madaling mag days of my life vlog nung hindi pa siya mobile. Pero I find that it's more difficult now to vlog at home kasi ang likot na ni Isabella tapos dalawa na sila na malikot. So, I'll try. Pero it is effort. Todo effort siya. Ito naman, itong next one, medyo natawa ko. Medyo hindi ko to in-expect. I was taken aback. Pero, basahin ko na rin sa inyo. By Ron G19, Hi Val, kung pwede, can you talk about your sex life? As much as I want to, I don't think I should kasi my daughter Amelia, she loves watching my channel and one day she'll be like going back to these videos. I don't think it would be a good idea if she finds out about the sex life of her mom and dad through my YouTube channel. Siguro, if you really need some help, maybe I could give you an advice through private message. It's something that I choose not to discuss over a YouTube channel. Ren Jefe Palma TV. I'm happy po that you're back. I love how you being hands-on mom. Thank you for sharing po. I love Birchmore fan. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Ren Jeff Palma. You don't have a question here, but I would like to give you a shout out for that message. Bridget, Florida. So pretty. Love your hair po. Sana may video when you cut your hair. Oh, I'm so sorry. I should have. Actually, it was a spur of the moment. Yung kinot ko yung hair ko, it was not planned at all. We were about to go swimming on that day, and I know that how badly it looks when it's wet. So sabi ko, oh my gosh, I can't deal with this right now. And gustong-gusto ng mga bata mag-swimming that day. And I just decided, I'm gonna cut this off before we go swimming. My hair before was like, oh my gosh, parang may buntot kapag basa. And it was not proportioned anymore. So, it was a spur of the moment. I just cut my hair and it was so quick. Wala pang 5 minutes. And also, alam kong malapit na kasi kaming umalis. Kaya medyo parang nagmamadali talaga ako. May Cristobal, you're so pretty. Any haircut naman po bagay sa inyo. Thank you so much, May Cristobal. Thank you so much. By Sur, I enjoyed watching your vlog, Val, story of your life. Gusto kong sabihin din sa'yo, during your time as an actress, paborito ka ng anak ko. Crush na crush ka niya. I love your kids, you and your family. Oh, thank you so much, Sur. I appreciate your message. From Jason Ubanan, please show us your daily normal life routine in UK, being a housewife. That's the second time na. So maybe I should really try doing that. By Ana Lu Artiaga, nakapagtapos po ba kayo ng school sa Davao? Up to second year college lang ako before ako nag-transfer sa Manila. Since the first time I went to school, Ateneo na talaga ako. I'm a true blue-blooded Atenista. I actually wanted to transfer to a different school after nung assault sa akin. I actually asked my dad kung pwede ilipat niya ako sa ibang school. Kasi I was nearly depressed after what happened. I was truly embarrassed and I was scared, of course, kasi sorority sila eh. Yung mga girls na nag-attack sa akin, may bigger group sila. But I'm so glad that yung childhood best friends ko na akala ko hindi ko totoo mga kaibigan, sila pala talaga yung totoo mga kaibigan ko. And they've been, ever since that happened, they've been with me through anything. That's what made us really strong, our bond. As I've said in my vlog, instead of being depressed, I used it to fuel up my confidence, to fuel up my soul. Medyo nasasakal yung pakiramdam ko sa Ateneo. What I did was I focused on outside school activities. Kaya nag-join ako ng Campus Idols and all that. So that's what drove me into doing modeling as well. So, naging busy ako outside of school. It quite affected my grades. Kasi nga, wala akong ganang pumunta ng school. Nakagraduate pa rin naman ako ng high school. And then, nag-college ako, up to second year college. And then, hindi ko natapos yon kasi pinadala na ako sa Manila. And then, naging artista na ako. This is from Charlene Buendia. Until now, you're one of my favorites. By the way, I'm from Bicol po. Glad to know na Bicolana ka din po. Hindi naman ako talaga yung Bicolana. Yung papa ko. Yung side ng papa ko. But, nakapunta na ako ng Bicol. I had shows there. And I really enjoyed the audience in Bicol. Napakabongga. Very lively ang audience dyan. From Weng Doy Doy. Hi Val, how do you start your morning routine? Now, this is, I think, the third time about a routine at home. So, siguro pwede ko nang isama tong morning routine dun sa a day in your life since there were other two already who requested a day in the life routine. Weng Doy Doy is Bisaya. Ayo day. Dagang salamat sa pagbisita sa ako ang channel. Buena Fe Candelaria. Pinapanood na kita since high school pa ako. Hehe, ngayon 2 na din ang anak ko. Oh, congratulations, Mama Buena Fe Candelaria. Maraming salamat hanggang ngayon. May suporta pa rin ako nakuha sa'yo. Maraming salamat. From Young Witch. I love watching your vlogs po, Miss Pangs. Nababawasan yung kaba ko sa paglipat ko po sa UK kasi mag-aasawa po ako ng isang British. Congratulations! I wish you well on everything sa pag-move mo dito. If you need anything, if you need any advice, just give me a message, maybe on Instagram, or maybe here on my channel pa rin. Feeling ko mas nababasa ko yung messages dito sa YouTube channel eh. So, if you need any help, give me a message. From Katie D. As a mom also of 2 girls, I really love watching your vlogs. Oh, marami akong mga mom supporters. Thank you so much. Boyan Cortez. I like you very much, Banks. I'm from Cebu. You are so so genuine and beautiful. I hope to see you soon. Daghang salamat, Cebuana. Pag nag-Philippines kami, we're planning to visit Cebu as well. Oh, another Bicolana. Elviera Gray. Wow, may dukong Bicolana ka pala. Idol from Bicol. I am a newbie in vlog also. May bago na naman akong aabangan na vlog. Maraming salamat. Sana huwag kayong magsawa. And pasensya na ha, kung hindi ako palagi nakakapag-post ngayon. Medyo marami lang talaga akong inaasikaso. Tapos nagkaroon pa ako ng COVID. So, wala talaga akong mga stocked up na vlogs. Amalia Sugano. So happy you're back. I love Birchmore fam. Thank you so much. From Rania Giling. Paano niyo po nalabanan ang iyong depression? Or minsan nararamdaman niyo po ba ulit ang depression? Okay, so Rania Giling, thank you so much for this very good question. So let's talk about depression. 2017, nag-move ako dito sa UK. So that was also the same year na I had the beach wedding and church wedding with my husband. I got pregnant after 3 months of getting married. And then we had plans na, syempre, inasikaso na namin agad yung pag-move ko dito sa UK. I think it took us months. I was already 7 months, nearly 8 months, nung nakapag-move ako dito kasi nagkaroon ng problema sa spouse visa ko. There was a delay. Nung buntis ako, syempre, raging hormones ka na yan, diba? Nung una, I was very excited to move here in the UK, but then towards the end, it took, I think, 5 months of waiting. Dun ako first nakaramdam ng depression. Dun pa lang. That's when I first started feeling so low. Pinapunta ko yung mom ko sa Manila kasi nasa Manila ako nun eh. So from Davao, pumunta yung mom ko and yung younger brother ko para samaan ako sa Manila whilst waiting for my visa. Luckily, I think, nung 1 week lang yung parang sobrang low feeling na ako. Sabi ko, ayoko na mag-move ng UK. I think dito na manganganak sa Philippines and all that. I was talking about things like that. Luckily, after 1 week, dumating bigla yung visa ko. Biglang uplifted agad yung spirits ko. Then I flew right away kasi naka-ready na ako lahat ng gamit ko. I flew right away to the UK and then for a month or 2, we stayed at my in-laws house first kasi inaasikaso pa namin itong flat namin. This home that we have right now, it's a flat that we bought in 2017. Well, my husband bought it. It's like a condo. It's a condominium. That's why we are on the verge of buying a new house kasi we need to upsize. 2 bedrooms lang ito. So we need a 3 to 4 bedroom na. We obviously need a bigger place kasi our family's getting big and who knows, we might have another baby. So we do need to upsize na. During my birth, I had an emergency C-section. So, first time ko maka-experience ng walang family sa tabi. Well, unfortunately, in my case, kasi nga C-section ako, I have to stay in the hospital longer. Hindi allowed ang family to stay overnight with you. So, I had to deal with that on my own. Like, I had my C-section, so I have the incision, and then I have to help myself stand up just to breastfeed Amelia. I remember I had like the first worst night of my life. It was really bad. And then going to the bathroom, I mean, I think you could ask for help, but ayoko rin masanay sa paghingi ng tulong eh. So I really tried my best to be independent as much as I could. So I had to leave Amelia in the cot kung pupunta ako ng CR. Kahit nandyan lang yung CR, oh my goodness, parang 10 minutes bago ko makarating dahil sobrang sakit ng hiwa, ng incision ko, diba? Lalo na pag yung medicine, it's wearing off na yung painkillers. Yun, ang sakit. Na medyo nakaramdam na naman ako ng blues doon. Parang roller coaster yung emotions since 2017. Pero ngayon, as I could say that I'm in a much better place. I couldn't say that it was a depression after giving birth. It was more of the blues. And of course, it was my first baby. I'm obviously enjoying this new chapter in my life. Having a new baby, being in a new country, being in a new home, everything was new. It was overwhelming. In a lot of ways. It was really mixed emotions kasi wala yung family ko, diba? It would be amazing kung nandito yung family ko during my birth and to see them, my new baby, right after giving birth. I do love my in-laws. I'm so lucky to have my in-laws. They were always there to help me until now. Iba pa rin kasi talaga pag nandyan both families. So, I didn't have that. Yung blues ko, it was concealed with the new feeling of being a mom. The motherhood. For the first time. 2018, medyo nakakaramdam na ako ng sadness. Parang I'm feeling low. My husband would always like take me out. He was really helpful. I think he was able to notice whenever I'm feeling sad, so he would take me out. He would take me and Amelia like to a mall or to do some activities. We were able to go to the Philippines like I think twice in 2018. So, pinakilala namin si Amelia sa family ko. So, nawawala yung lungkot ko. By the end of 2019, I think in October, I found out that I am pregnant. It wasn't planned, but also at the same time, I think it's good to have another baby na kasi of the age gap. I think nearly 3 years gap is like a good gap for siblings. So I thought, even though it wasn't planned, we were happy. We were like really happy that we're having another baby. It was a bit confusing for me kasi I was actually getting ready to get back into like working already. Kasi medyo namimiss ko na talaga magtrabaho. And then, the pandemic happened. COVID happened. So, in 2020, dyan ko na nafe-feel yung depression. Pero, nagsisimula na, pero in denial ako. Kasi syempre, I couldn't go to the Philippines anymore. I think traveling really helps me a lot. It's therapeutic for me. Seeing my family helps me a lot with my depression. Pero at that time, I don't call it depression. Like, I just feel low. I didn't realize that it was depression already. Nung nagkaroon na ng COVID, dun ko na nasabi na, tanggap ko na, depression pala ito. Of course, in 2020, you were not allowed to travel. So, you're only allowed to stay within your bubble. So, you can't see your friends. You couldn't do any work. It's understandable why there were a lot of people who were actually depressed in 2020. Noong 2017 kasi, since I moved here, to be honest, I still had loads of side hustle. I still got a lot of side gigs here and there. Kahit nandito na ako sa UK, I still like did loads of shows for the Filipinos here in the UK. Like for Barrio Festa or any other events as a performer or sometimes as a host. Mostly, my work came from social media. I got a lot of endorsements here and there. So, you know, to be honest, kahit na lumipat ako dito sa UK noong 2017, for a few years, I didn't really feel that I've actually left show business kasi marami pa rin dumarating sa aking opportunities. But then, when 2020 happened, everything was like, it's like full stop. Everything was on halt. Like, I felt like my life was on halt. Nothing was coming in. You can't do shows anymore. And then, wala rin kahit anong endorsements sa social media. Siguro, merong iba, paminsan-minsan lang, alam mo yun, like, I didn't really feel like I was really working at all. So, that's why I was really, like, gearing up to go back into acting. Like, I wanted to try some auditions here in the UK to do some modeling on the side. But, I couldn't do any of those anymore, knowing that I am pregnant again. So, nung buntis ako kay Isabella in 2020, I gave birth in July. That's when I started feeling low. Parang hindi na to blues. Parang nagkaroon ako ng breakdown in front of my in-laws and my husband kasi I felt like I was useless. Ganun yung pakiramdam ko. So yeah, I felt useless kasi I'm the type of person who's really workaholic. I really loved working. I've been working since I was 17 years old. So I got used to like working hard for something that I want. That's how I was brought up by my family. Maprinsipyo kasi yung papa ko. He's always trained me to earn something that I really want. So when I was a kid, whenever I wanted something, I had to have good grades. So that's the only way that I could get something that I wanted. When I was already an actress, naging breadwinner din ako. So I got used to like being the one providing for my family. So it really hurts my pride if I would ask money from my husband. And I've never asked any money from my husband. I mean, he would give me money, but I would never ask him anything. It's something that I don't like doing. I'm just not comfortable asking money from somebody else. I mean, I know it's my husband, but still, it's like, ma-pride ako pagdating sa ganyan. So, that's why, for me, not working made me feel so inferior. It's not that he has ever made me feel inferior because my husband is actually very good. He's very loving and very supportive and all that. But it's just how I am. I would love to help my husband work and earn with him. I want us to earn together as husband and wife. That's how I am as a person. That's how I am comfortable with. I think what really helped me was like me speaking it out. The fact that I've vented out to my in-laws and to my husband, most especially. He's my best friend, so he knows everything. That was like a huge load taken out of my chest. The first step is to admit, just accept that you are depressed. Don't be embarrassed. Kasi yun yung nag-stop sa akin eh. I was embarrassed. I thought, I don't know if you read my depression story on Instagram, but I've posted it on my highlights so anyone could like relate to it, could read it, or maybe it could enlighten you. I did mention there that I never believed in depression before, no matter how serious it was. Like, I thought it was just like a matter of handling it mentally, emotionally. I thought it's something that you could really avoid, but when it happened to me, I realized no matter how much you try to avoid it, it could still happen to you. I've told myself that this is only for weak people, akala ko. Ganun pa yung sinasabi ko. ko. Because I'm such a strong person. Like, I thought, well, I thought I was, but it hit me. So, yun lang yung masasabi ko. One day, you could be telling yourself that I'm never gonna be depressed, and one day, boom, you are depressed. Just be ready for it. There's nothing wrong. Like, you're human. You are allowed to feel low, okay? It's okay not to be okay. Voice out your feelings. And then my husband continued supporting me. I've also used vlogs as an outlet, but I didn't want to do some sit-down vlogs because I was too depressed to do it. I just wanted to vlog about our family adventures because at least I didn't have to talk that much in front of the camera. I only had to show what we were really doing as a family and that we are genuinely just having fun, you know, nothing to think about. My husband was supportive in a lot of ways. He even bought me a camera to have a better resolution for my vlogs. It's really good to have a good solid foundation whenever you are feeling low. You have to always remember that you are not alone. This happens to a lot of people more than you think. All around the world, we are here. We have our own battles. Each one of us are having our own fair shares of struggles in life. Just carry on, just keep praying as well. That's one thing that I've never stopped doing. I always turn to God. You know, you should always turn to God, not just because you're sad. You should just always turn to Him whenever, every day. Like even on normal days, you should turn to Him. You should just be always grateful for what you have and appreciate even the smallest things. You will remember how lucky you are that you are alive and that you have these things around you. That's how I overcame my depression, really. Prayers. Never stopped venting out to my best friend as well. My childhood best friend, Jacqueline, was there for me. From time to time, my husband would let me go out with her so that I could vent out to her. So that's why I had a few vlogs with my best friend. So those were the times when I was actually venting out to her. You guys didn't even know. You have to remember, a lot of the people who are depressed don't actually look depressed. Kung sino pa yung mga mukhang mas masaya dyan, sila pa pala yung mas depressed. They're so good at covering up. Never ever like assume that everybody's just fine. I think it's important that you ask anybody around you that how they are, how are you? Because you'll never know what you are going through, what they're going through. So just a simple how are you would, I think would mean a lot to anybody who is depressed. And just always listen to what they have to say and just like give out any advice if they are asking. But I don't think you should like give them any unsolicited advice kasi depressed people could be very, very sensitive. Any negativity would be magnified to them. So that's how I felt when I was depressed. When I hear some negativities around me, I feel like the world was against me. So nagiging sobrang paranoid and just overly sensitive. Even though no matter how much you don't like that feeling, it's just happening. Most especially if you're a woman, and you're depressed, kasi our monthly cycles, our hormones make it worse. Yeah, and I think it's also important to always take like vitamin D, vitamin B supplements. I think it contributes to your well-being. Vitamin C as well. And always like try to get some fresh air. Like go out, just have a simple walk. Another thing is, when you're depressed, you don't have to do this, but I think this is one of the factors that helped me, like feeling good, looking good. It doesn't mean you're depressed, you're not allowed to look good anymore. So try your best, kahit simple powder ka lang, simple lip tint ka lang. You know what? That really helps a lot. Like, when you don't like what you see in front of the mirror, as soon as you wake up in the morning, and it would just make you more depressed. But it really helps somehow. Like, just try it. When you're feeling bad, you're having a bad day, put on some lipstick. Put on some makeup. You don't have a full-on makeup. Put on your best makeup, your most favorite thing. Like, my thing is like lip tint and mascara and powder, and that's it. Like, I feel good. And then spray a little perfume. It will boost your day, I swear. Don't ever neglect yourself. Don't ever neglect yourself. Who knows, it could be your first step of overcoming your depression. It could be a start. So, Rania Healing also wanted to know if nararamdaman ko pa rin ba yung depression. Early 2021 was the peak of my depression. Kasi nga, hindi ko pa nakikita yung family ko since the lockdown. So, that's why this explains my vlog going to the Philippines with my 2 daughters na kahit wala yung husband ko, talaga pinilit kong pumunta sa Pilipinas. You know what? I think that was the closure to my depression. Like, seeing my family once again after nearly 2 years. It was good. As I've said, traveling is therapeutic for me. If you're like me, if you're an adventurous person, I think traveling is one of the best ways. I also went to Turkey with my best friend. It's good to have like a time off, you know. If you're a married person, you don't always just have to be with your partner all the time. You also need to have your own space. Always remember that. Always have time for yourself. Meet up with your friends. It's important to have a balance in life. Hindi lang puro asawa mo lang at mga anak mo lang. Baka masiraan ka ng ulo kung puro lang ganun palagi. Kailangan merong iba kang may outlets ka. Mag-hobby ka din. Like, you have a hobby, then why don't you try like diverting your attention to doing your hobbies? And then one day, pag may painting room na rin ako, that would be another. Like, I think depression could really come and go. But to be honest, it's been a long time now since the last time I felt it. Yeah, thankfully. Yeah, I'm thinking, kapag maramdaman ko ulit to, I think I'm just gonna voice it out again to my husband. There's nothing wrong to talk about it. It's been done before, so why can't you do it again? And then I'm planning to paint it away. I'm also planning to teach my kids kasi how to paint. So I think it's a good way for me to, you know, get over the depression quicker. Okay, guys, unfortunately, I need to cut my vlog short kasi tumawag sa akin yung school ng anak ko, si Amelia, kasi she's not feeling well. So, she's actually sent back home. So, her granddad drove her back here home. So, and I need to attend to her needs. So, for my next vlog, I'm gonna list down the next questions that I'm going to answer from you guys. Someone mentioned about the bullying. Maybe I can talk more about it. An unfiltered story of the bullying story. There's another question about how to maintain beautiful and sexy body despite being a hands-on mom of 2 and no yaya. New house vlog. Wala pa naman yung house, so but yeah, maybe when the house is there, I'm going to vlog about it. Dating history with my husband, heartbreaks and learnings in love. Yan yung mga susunod na mga questions na naka-line up sa akin. And a lot more. So abangan po sana ninyo. Just keep giving me questions more to answer and para magkaroon din ako ng more ideas what to vlog about. Thank you so much for watching. Sana nag-enjoy kayo. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you. Bye!